Are you ready? I know I am. Come on, Season 2. Show me what you've got. Well, this actually went a little better in my head. Maybe I should just put the camera down for a second. There we go. Tsubasa Chronicles Season 2. Will Sakura start to show more of the determination she's known for in the manga? Will Kurogene's backstory actually be fully explored without censorship? Will Fai's curses be revealed? Will they continue to use the same cheerful pop song for Shaoran's fight scenes? Only time will tell. Welcome back, everyone! My name's Mimi, and it's time to review Tsubasa Chronicles' second season. You've waited 2 whole months for this, and now your patience shall be rewarded as we dive right into one of my favorites, the Shara Country arc. Wait a minute. Yep, almost forgot. We're kicking Shara to the curb right now and moving straight to Piffle! Hooray! Can't wait to go over those scenes in Piffle that only make sense if you know what they went through in Shara. Well, I guess it is time for some good old Piffle character development then. Sakura gets to spend some time with Kurodad. Kurogane opens up to a Tomoyo similar to the one from his own world. Fai's depression makes a comeback. Shaoran exists! And it all culminates into one final big reveal. Well, maybe I should start from the beginning. The gang arrives in Piffle where they prepare to enter a racing tournament with one of Sakura's feathers as the grand prize. While Kurogane and Sakura are out retrieving parts for their vehicles, as well as a girlfriend for Sakura, Fai and Shaoran discuss the huge impact they had on the society of Shara Country. Tomoyo, Sakura's new best friend and president of Piffle Princess Corporation, is going to be recording the race as her company is the main sponsor. Because of this, she is seeking a cute heroine to be the main protagonist of her recording, and Sakura is her preferred choice. However, it seems Sakura still has a lot to learn in the way of flying a dragonfly, the airborne vehicles of the race, so Shaoran steps in to help her and some adorable antics ensue. Meanwhile, Fai and Kurogane have a heart-to-heart about seeing alternate versions of people they know in many different worlds. Kurogane remarks that they haven't seen anyone Fai knows yet, clearly rubbing in the fact that he knows the name Ashura means something to Fai after their little 6-month escapade in Yama, explained in a later episode, but Fai is having none of it. He shuts down and remarks that he'll know if he sees the real version of the person he's running from, leaving it at that. They all enter the racing tournament successfully, with Shaoran looking like he's about to go back to the future and Fai looking like he's about to cross Abbey Road, but have to make it past the preliminary run before they can officially be in the run for Sakura's feather. The prelim is difficult, even more so with the addition of a sudden gust of wind and some smoke that may or may not have been coincidental, but in the end, Shaoran, Sakura, Kurogane, and Fai all make it into the final run. They celebrate their victory later that night, and we learn that Mokona should not be allowed around minors before it's revealed that someone had in fact sabotaged the prelim run, and may do so again for the finals. Oh hey look! Clamp did reuse the barkeep from Jade. Obviously he doesn't have a very big role because I don't remember him in Piffle at all. Fai and Kurogane wonder if the saboteur may be the very one who's been watching them this whole time as they were warned in Jade, and note that they must all be incredibly careful as they proceed into the final run. When the day of said race finally arrives, despite overwhelming odds and several traps set by the saboteur, our pertinacious Sakura ends up winning the race. During the after-party, Kurogane tears down yet another of Fai's walls, and Tomoyo shows just how much of a hardcore queen she is when the saboteur shows up and reveals himself to be Kyle. His final act of desperation to steal Sakura's feather away from her is also thwarted, however, so he quickly leads to another dimension. All of our eyes are blessed with this divider out of Fai, before Tomoyo reveals that she also rigged the race in an attempt to find, or at least slow down, the saboteur. Yuko gives everyone a White Day reminder, as so far only Sakura has returned her gift since she gave them the chocolates back in Odo, and then the group goes on their way to the next world. So with the manga synopsis out of the way, let's see just how the anime adapts it. I just want to give a brief little shout out to the title screen of the DVD, because Sakura is just so adorable. I mean, look at her! Oh my god, a new opening! And it's literally just male characters fighting their shadows, cute picture of Sakura, male characters fighting their shadows, cute picture of whole group, male characters fighting their shadows, close-up of Xinghuo, male characters fighting their shadows. Oh look, Sakura is running with her shadow, I guess they're cool. Sure would be nice if they could, show Sakura actually doing something. Well, on to the episode. And it's already off to a bad start. Why are Sakura and Kurogane there? They're supposed to be shopping for parts and learning just how dangerous the race is. And why are they having this scene with Yuko so early? It's not supposed to happen until halfway through the arc. And why is Sakura just agreeing when Yuko says she's looking better? In the manga, she thanks Yuko from the bottom of her heart for saving her. And here in the anime, she's like, "Hey Yuko, give me the scoop on what Shaoran gave up for me. I don't care about anything else." What kind of writing is this? Where is this going? I do applaud the anime for giving Sakura pants though, so there's that. That's because they haven't gone to Yama yet. Yes! Sakura is doing something in the anime to try to reclaim her feather! She's showing resolve! Wow, Tomoyo was almost word for word from the manga. But they also got rid of the absolutely insane amount of iced tea that Fi and Mokona served to her and her guards in the manga, so it's kind of a bittersweet scene. They kept in the little hand touch. Those two are just so adorable. They also kept in the scene with Kurogane and Fi talking about alternate versions of those they know. Good on the anime for keeping all of this in. What is Fei Wing-reed looking at? A forest? What's this miracle he's talking about? Tomoyo didn't even wave the checkered flag to start the prelim. I can already tell that the animation budget has gone way down since season 1. I mean, sometimes you can tell that it's just a still shot of a character and only their mouth moves while everything else is completely static. And while that is sort of a staple in anime in general, there's the good-looking kind of static and the cheap-looking kind of static. Unfortunately, so far, Tsubasa Chronicles Season 2 is leaning more towards the latter. They're getting Sakura's character right! Wait, scratch that. No, they aren't. Where is the smoke? Where is the obstacle that she has to conquer in order to just barely beat Yuzuriha past the finish line? What is she learning if she has no obstacles in her path? Why are they giving her character arc to Shaoran? Just let Sakura do something. They don't even let her notice the sparkles in the smoke that insinuate someone sabotaged the prelims. Does B-Train have something against strong female characters? I mean, I'm not asking for Sakura to suddenly become Rei, but I would at least appreciate her being able to do something besides just going with the flow while Shaoran, Fi, and Kurogane face all of the challenges. She is so much better than that. The anime even keeps in her lines about wanting to do anything she can to help, but they don't do anything with said lines. She looks determined, yes. She's racing, yes. But she's also losing some of her most important moments to Shaoran. B-Train, there's no character without a character arc. I wish you could see just how important it is to give Sakura those moments of victory. Hey, B-Train, how do we pad runtime again? Oh, that's right. We just make the final shot last 20 seconds. Yep, just zoom out. Slowly. And we have a new Season 2 ending! Aw, little baby characters, they're so cute! Why the hell is Fi surrounded by rainbows and sparkles and cute animals in a world that definitely doesn't look a thing like Celeste? I am so scared to learn what his backstory is in the anime. The kitty's cute though.
本日は皆さんの本戦出場を祝し、このパーティーを開催いたしました。
Wait, they're already having the main party with all the racers? This isn't meant to happen until after the finals. Aww, they're just like those little guys from Holic, the ones who are always around the Zashiki Warashi.
芋の山残ると申します。高村須尾です。伊集院光です。
I'm Anthony. I'm Debbie. And my name is Abby.
俺は町の平和を守るガーディアンズという組織のリーダーをやってる。今回は彼女の依頼でハンターらに接触したんだ。
Contacted? You just straight up attacked.
で、疑いは晴れたのかな？
ああ、不正を働くやつならもっと汚い戦い方をするだろうからな。
Where are the lie detector chairs? The anime is really trying to shove multiple manga scenes together at once, and it definitely shows. Piffle World, where Sakura gets a girlfriend and Shaoran gets a boyfriend. Ryo wasn't too big a character in Piffle in the manga, but I don't mind him and Shaoran having a bit more screen time like Sakura and Tomoyo, because they really are cute besties. Sakura tells herself to remain calm in the manga. She doesn't need Shaoran to tell her. In the manga, right from the very start of the final race, Shaoran respects Sakura enough to zoom ahead of her because he knows that she's going to give it her all and doesn't need his help. They have such mutual respect for each other in the manga that it makes watching Shaoran baby Sakura in the anime that much more irritating. B-Train, Sakura doesn't need hand-holding every step of the way. Teach your young female viewers that they can do things by themselves with a little bit of perseverance. Two bros flying through a canyon. Wow, that is some lackluster animation, isn't it? Also, the stakes really were so much lower in the manga because this is meant to be an arc for Sakura, not Shaoran. Fi, then Shaoran, then Kurogane all get taken out of the final race in short little increments. No one had a longer segment than the other. They all needed to be eliminated so that Sakura could push ahead and win, despite her worry for her friends. Now, though, suddenly it's become a bro trip for Shaoran and Ryo to go defeat the big baddie behind the scenes who didn't even exist in the manga? To be honest, I'm surprised that the manga didn't use the Jade Barkeep for a saboteur. When the manga first mentioned that it was a team of saboteurs behind all of the traps for the course, I thought for sure they were going to use the barkeep from Jade because there he is. He's right there. And it was established in Jade that he is working for Fei Wing Reed. But no. In the manga, the team of saboteurs was actually Kyle and Tomoyo, with Kyle trying to keep Sakura from winning the feather and Tomoyo trying to find the saboteur. The Jade Barkeep is literally only shown in a couple of panels here and there and never mentioned again to my knowledge. So that brings me back to my earlier question from all the way back in my Jade review. Did Clamp really forget about him as one of Fei Wing Reed's minions?
そろそろ本当のことを言え。言え。
レースに仕掛けをしたのは私です。
No, this is meant to be discussed with the whole group. Seriously, B-Train, you make the whole group present when we first meet Tomoyo and Piffle instead of it just being Sakura and Kurogane. You make the whole group present when Shogo attacks rather than just Sakura and Shaoran. But now when a huge reveal is being announced, suddenly it's just Fi and Kurogane who are present? Are you kidding me? At least Kurogane did end up being the one to figure out that Tomoyo was also a saboteur, so Season 2 is doing better at giving him some competency than Season 1. Keep it up, Season 2. The medics wouldn't just drop off 2 crashed racers at Piffle Country, and no sort of suspension of disbelief will ever make me think otherwise. I can't believe B-Train left out the joke about Kurogane being everyone's dad. That was hilarious. Oh, I guess the manga kind of let it go too, without readers getting to see Kurogane's reaction to being called everyone's father. Still a little salty about that. They gave Tomoyo a gun. Yes! Queen Tomoyo to the rescue! I did love how the manga foreshadowed Mokuna's suction technique earlier with Sakura and the first badge. Here in the anime, it kind of seems like a Deus Ex Machina, but that's just a little nitpick. The use of Kyle's shadows to show how two-faced he is and how the group will never fully know whether or not they are facing the original or alternate versions of a person is very well done. Props to B-Train for using such great mise-en-scène. And the scene with Kurogane and Tomoyo is adapted so accurately. Wonderful. Kurogane is getting so much great character development in Season 2 already. Unfortunately, they left out the scene where he tells Fai that he must have changed too since the start of the journey, for him to be so happy that Sakura won the race. Fai is shell-shocked and seems not to understand that, yes, he is starting to care about his companions. The look on his face in the manga just screams, changed? Have I changed? I shouldn't care, and yet... It's so very depressing to note that B-Train left that out, because that means that while Kurogane's character development is going just swimmingly and adhering well with the manga's version of his character development, Fai's character development is not. Where exactly are they going with the mage's character in the anime? Guys, I am agonizing over this. I mean, what the hell is this? Where is the dressmaking for Yuko? Tomoyo and Sakura work hard to sew a dress for Yuko as Sakura's white gift to her. Will she give it to her later, I guess? But why? What's the point? Did they just run out of time in this arc? Well, maybe if the ending shots weren't 20 seconds long each. No, Mokuna, why? It's Season 2. Get a new catchphrase already.
例の場所に彼らを行かせるつもりですか？
あの奇跡の行く末をぜひにも見届けねばならんからな。
Okay, so they're going to the miracle world now that Fei-Wing Reed was looking at. It's already been spoiled from my looking at upcoming worlds that they're going back to Sarastora country in the next episode. You know, that world where Sakura messed everything up. So I wonder what exactly they're going to be doing there. Are they going to its future? Is Sakura's previous wish for everyone to come back to life going to have drastic consequences? I certainly hope so. And that's the anime adaptation of Piffle. To be honest, I am so torn on this arc. On the one hand, it gave us great character development for Kurogane, resolute Sakura, straight from the manga word for word to Moyo, as well as more scenes with Shaoran and Ryo's ongoing bromance. But on the other hand, it gave us extremely poor quality animation, condensed scenes, some of Sakura's character development going to Shaoran instead, and absolutely no character development for Fai outside of those few lines he says to Kurogane about knowing whether he is viewing an alternate or real version of Ashura. In the end, I think I have to give Piffle an 8 out of 10. I'm probably going to be rearranging my list a little bit at the very end of this series and rating some arcs higher or lower, but for now I'm putting Piffle at 8. It's okay to watch, and I absolutely love the background track they used for the races, Slipstream. It's another banger from Yuki Kajiura. But the anime arc still has its flaws, so I can't rate it too highly on the list. For now, it sits just under Jade as being one of the better adapted anime arcs. Next month's episode is going to be a bit different though, as it looks like the Shara Shira arc doesn't start for another 3 whole episodes. And what are those episodes? They're filler episodes. Therefore, next month I will be reviewing all 3 of those filler episodes, which don't seem to be connected with each other in any way since they're all set in different worlds. And absolutely hoping that they won't make me want to pull my hair out in the same way Sarastora Country did at the end of Season 1. But still, I'm eager to see what the Season 2 fillers have in store for me. See you then! Well, this is the part of the video where I ask you all to like, share, comment, subscribe! Where did that come from? But, you know, that's just not really my spiel. I mean, you can do all that if you want, but I'm more just doing this for fun. Thanks a bunch for watching my video. I hope all of you lovely people have a wonderful month, and I'll see you all in the next world.